Okay, let's dive right in and talk about what is, without a doubt, the single most important marketing tool you have as an author on Amazon KDP. And yeah, I'm talking about your book cover. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn that tiny little thumbnail into your most powerful salesperson. And that really hits home, doesn't it? You can pour your heart, your soul, everything you've got into a manuscript. But on the giant, crowded digital bookshelf that is Amazon, your book has to be seen before it can ever be read. Your cover? That's your first and, often your only chance to get a reader to stop scrolling. So let's really focus on that critical first moment. Think about it. In a physical bookstore, a reader might pick up your book, feel the weight, flip through the pages. But online, it is all visual. Your cover is that initial handshake with your reader, and it absolutely has to be a firm one. Get this. 3 seconds. That's it. That is the blink and you will miss it window you have to make an impression. When a potential reader is scrolling through literally hundreds of options, your cover doesn't have time to be subtle. It has to scream its purpose from the very first glance. So I want you to start thinking of your cover like this. It is your best salesperson, and it's working for you 24/7. Its entire job is to communicate the genre, the tone, and a sense of intrigue, and to make the perfect pitch to the right reader, all without ever saying a single word. Right, so if the cover is your salesperson, what's the pitch that actually lands the sale? What are readers subconsciously looking for as they're flying through those search results? Well, it turns out there's kind of a universal language that all the really successful covers speak. And it really just boils down to these 4 things. First, the visuals have to be arresting, something that stops the scroll. Second, the title absolutely has to be readable, even as a tiny thumbnail. The color scheme needs to instantly signal thriller, romance, or sci-fi. And finally, it's got to offer just a little hint of the story that makes someone think, ooh, I need to know what happens. Because ultimately, your cover is so much more than just decoration. It's a promise. It's telling the reader, hey, if you like this vibe, this feeling, you are going to love the story inside. It sets a crystal clear expectation, and a great cover is one that delivers on that promise. All right, so let's get practical. How do you actually build this visual promise? Well, it all comes down to 3 fundamental pieces of design that every single author needs to get right. These are what I call the big 3. Colors are basically your emotional toolkit. Think dark blues and blacks for thrillers, or soft pastels for a romance. Fonts are your genre signposts. You see sharp, clean fonts for sci-fi, and maybe elegant, swoopy scripts for historical fiction. And the imagery, that's the visual hook that represents your story's main conflict or character. Now, if you only take one single design principle away from this whole thing, please make it this one. A cluttered cover is a confusing cover. When you have too many things competing for attention, the reader's brain just kind of short circuits, gets overwhelmed, and they just keep scrolling. Clarity is everything. So before you start designing anything, just stop and ask yourself this one simple question. What is the one thing you want readers to know about your book? Is it the chilling suspense, the epic, sweeping romance, the totally mind-bending concept? Whatever that one thing is, that needs to be the clear, uncluttered focus of your entire cover. Okay, so we've got the theory down. We know the what and the why. So now let's pivot to the how. What are the practical tools you can actually use to bring this vision to life? And maybe more importantly, how do you make sure it's actually working? And the great news here is you do not have to be a professional graphic designer. Amazon's own KDP Cover Creator is a fantastic and free tool that makes this whole process so much easier. It gives you professional templates to start with, which lets you focus on the important stuff, choosing the right images and text to get your book's message across. But how do you really know if your design is the best one? You test it. A/B testing is the super powerful, data-driven way to find out. So instead of just relying on your gut feeling or what your cousin thinks, you let the actual readers, your customers, tell you which cover makes them want to click that buy button. And here's how simple it is. You create 2 different versions of your cover. Maybe you just change the main color or swap out the font. Then you show cover A to half of your potential audience and cover B to the other half. Whichever one gets more clicks or more sales is your winner. Data doesn't lie. It's that easy. So you've done it. You have a beautiful, effective, data-proven cover. But it can't sell your book if nobody ever sees it, right? The final piece of this puzzle is making sure that readers can actually find you in that massive sea of books through Amazon's search algorithm. You've got to remember, Your cover doesn't work in a vacuum. It's supported by the text you write. Your keywords are the search terms that bring readers to your doorstep, things like space opera thriller or cozy mystery with talking cats. Then, your description is the text that seals the deal after that awesome cover has already earned the click. Let's just break it down one last time to make it super clear. Keywords are all about searchability. They help get your book found in the first place. The description is all about persuasion. It entices the reader to actually buy it. When these two things work in perfect harmony with your amazing cover, your book is fully optimized for success. And that brings us to our final thought for today. I want you to go look at your book cover right now. Seriously. After everything we've talked about, ask yourself honestly, is it working as hard as you did to write the book inside? Is it truly your best salesperson? If the answer is no, or even I'm not sure, well, now you have the tools to change that.